The first time in a long time I've decided to play this game, and I do not remember at all where I was at in it. Hello. It has been a while. My bad. My bad. Not too bad, not too good. You know how life be sometimes. Just, I don't know. Work's doing well, at least. They finally got a bunch of shit done that I needed them to, but some annoying stuff in just life in general has been happening. Oh my god, the game knows I haven't played in a while. Fuck, what was I even doing? No, honestly, it really do be like that, Niksu. How's life been with you? My life has been... My work has been good. I've really enjoyed work, at least, you know? Like my new job, like the people I'm working with. All the good stuffs. But how about you? How's your work been? How's your life been? What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Hold up. I have to... Ziksha took Otto von Bitchboy from Malakov to Skoptov, and we're gonna interrogate his lame ass. Oh, shit. What's fucking happened to work? What's going on with that, dude? I'm sorry. Ooh, man, my words are stumbling out. My cognitive ability seems to be quite at the low end right now. Whoopsies. Let's see. With the information provided by Von Bergov, we're gonna fuck up Siggy. Alright. So I have to go to a secret entrance to get in. Oh, why are all these people in this room? I'd love to loot that. Also, God, it feels like my mouse movement's super high in this game. Holy crap. Hans. Oh, well, fuck you too, buddy. I wonder if he has any skills he can teach me.
How does Von Bergov seem to you? He's not nearly as threatening now.
Dude, I don't know why you're still doing that to yourself. Like, I do a 10-hour shift, but at least, like, fuck, it's during the day.
She Rudhart's daughter, you pig. No hostage. She on our side.
Tym lepiej. Myśmy ją przecież oswobodzili. Jeśli
What's the worst part about being on the night shift?
to miałaby się na wszystkim odwdzięczyć.
Oh my
Is he
god.
talking about Rosa?
He just say she is...
Yeah, he knows he can't translate that shit. He knows if he translates that shit, he's in
No
trouble.
more.
Yeah, you fucker. You fuckhead. You ass bag. Yeah, and I imagine fucking everything you do want to actually fucking do is closed at nighttime, am I right? Oh, that crucifix is worth a lot. Oh, but I shouldn't. These guys are my allies. Oh, alright, I'll let him pass. Let me make sure my inventory is nice and managed first. Don't want to have to... Oh, I don't need this on me. Oh, holy nails, I probably need that. much is actually half of this stuff? I really hope I don't need any of this. What is the thing you need to do most during the day that's the hardest to do? Or you're like, I guess most government work, fuck, because all that stuff is just normal hours. Ah, fuck, really? I have 17 of these? Oh, fuck me. Wait. Oh, shit, I'm doing this the wrong direction. Shit. Fuck. Yeah, fuck the government, dude. Like, honestly, why can't they have shit at nighttime? You know, they have a lot of fucking, like, government-employed workers for highways, railroads, who are required to work at night because that's the only available time. But you're telling me they can't do the same for other roles? I mean, also the government needs better management, you know, better fucking restrictions, better... Well, I'm not going to go through all of it. A lot of things the government can do better. Especially on accountability. But hey, who am I to talk about accountability in the government? I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, better fucking everything. Honestly, if they just had better accountability, I feel like everything would follow. Like, this is... I'm not normally a big fan of China. But one thing that I thought was kind of cool is they assigned workers. So if you were below a certain poverty line in China from the year 2010, I think it's 2020, they had a specific worker assigned to them who had to ensure them getting outside the poverty level. And that worker was personally held responsible for a small number of houses, and if they didn't meet it, they couldn't get promotions or raises or money increases. So it was to their own personal benefit to help these families. Yeah, I don't know. Just in American government, no one has any accountability to everything. Everything's just the system, so no one has any reason to work hard for anything. And if shit goes wrong, it's, oh, well, it's not my fault, it's the system. I don't know, just some kind of a system of accountability. Same with, like, the cops, right? The cops don't have any accountability for when they fuck up. They don't, their lawsuits don't even come out of their pensions. Just, if we have more accountability for people in the government, and it's the same with corporations, too, right? You know, a lot of the time, these lawsuits are slaps on the wrist for these mega corporations, and so they're fine paying the fines. If there was stronger accountability for wrongdoing against large entities, then these large entities would behave. Instead, no, we're gonna put 1 million flock cameras every 4th fucking street because we need to make sure no one's jaywalking, and if they do, they get fined and sentenced to jail and executed. Like, shit, I don't know. We're going accountability the wrong direction, it feels like a lot of the time. I never use this field crossbow, but I feel like I should keep it. God. You know, now in this game, since I have so many outfits, I really carry a lot on me. My best bet would probably get rid of some of the potions. No, you know what? I think my inventory's good. Screw it. 200 is enough. Wait, does my horse have room? I cannot check my horse? Fuck. I don't know.
What is it?
Oh, well, fuck you. What should I say? Yeah, exactly. And that's why they're like, fuck, you can't start running until you're 35.
I thought people like you would abhor defection.
I'm your hostage. I appreciate being treated well, and I don't hesitate to reciprocate. That is all.
You'll be nothing but a traitor to Sigismund and his people.
If you attempt to steal the silver, you will draw all attention to yourself, whether you succeed or not. They will hunt you like...
Yeah, they also need to do the same for driving. Like, after a certain age, you need to get your driver's license reinstated every so often, I feel like.
You want to buy your safety by snitching on your own
It's like,
arse?
that's the reason there's a retirement age, 65. You don't want them working because, shit, they're too old.
And I don't have to worry about my safety, do I?
That's why we start releasing them from prison. It ain't worth it.
That no harm shall befall me, assuming you can keep that Jew in line.
Damn, fucking all these people Jew haters.
You pretend to be the Lord of Lords, but had no qualms about taking a defenseless woman prisoner.
I guess I'll have to redo
You
this
should be
dialogue
ashamed.
multiple times to
I
get through
would
all
feel
of them.
more ashamed if I hadn't taken her hostage.
If I learn you laid one finger on her...
Calm down, Sir Knight. I took her to Malashov to make sure nobody would hurt her. There were many in Kuttenberg looking for a way to blackmail or at least humiliate her. And a pretty young daughter like that is the perfect means to that end.
I don't know if I believe Otto about this one.
I hope she's been treated well. As you say, she is Ruthard's daughter and heiress.
Don't worry. I personally made sure she never wanted for anything.
First you
I think I have
Ruthard in prison,
plenty of time.
and now you're helping
Also,
his
there's
daughter.
2 games, so
Why?
Can you imagine?
I'm pretty hyped. I've been enjoying these games.
Unnecessary violence. Especially violence against the fair sex. Moreover, that Ruthard girl is a remarkable young lady. Despite her apparent aloofness, I must say...
Oh
so
my.
are you.
That's none of your business.
So be it.
Yeah, but you're like 70 years old man.
I'd never have thought it'd be so easy. First Istvan Toth, now you. And tomorrow...
By tomorrow, you...
Don't try that tough talk on me. You're afraid, aren't you?
Afraid of what? You?
Of not being firmly in charge for once.
I'm excited for the
You
Middle
have to
Earth
answer
game.
someone
Dude, that
else's
seems like
shit.
so much fun.
And that terrifies you.
An interesting idea. I will remember it when I am dining with Lord Pete.
Would you like to know how Istvan died? What it sounded like?
You seem to be labor. You killed a murderer and a...
I don't care about my rep with this nerd. Actually, is anyone looking? It's just his room. I need to do this for everyone. Hold on, let's save the game. Oh, I forgot. You have to fucking use schnapps in this game to save. Alright, you know what? I need to start the game. I can't just go fucking... I'm excited too. I can't just execute Fado because I'm mad at him. We'll probably still eventually get a KDC3.
There's nothing we can do to help him anymore.
Doing?
I tried to
Put that
cut him
weapon
out of
away.
action, but he's in too much pain.
Oh, I don't really care about the dialogue.
Go fuck yourself!
Shitty ass armor versus shitty armor. Where am I supposed to go? Over here. Honestly, fuck Frank. No, and or... Oh, upstairs. Fuck. Oh, shit! I guess, yeah, I guess the story of Henry's done, I guess. He technically gets his revenge, but... Damn, that sucks. Are they using the same engine to make the other games? Wait, now it's saying... Oh, it's still saying up. Okay, shit. How do I go further up? It's by right. Oh, ew. Well, that's gross. Unreal Engine's not the answer to everything. Hello, Rose.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Aren't you looking forward?
When they captured Pa, Von Bergov's people came to Rutard Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ran. It's likely Vavak took our home for.
You can try.
I hope so.
How do we even get...
Like I said,
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here.
you are in mining country, you know.
How will I find the entrance this time?
No, I'll guide you this time.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point.
All right.
Well, here we are.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially
I'll
at the far
romance the
end.
crap out of her. I'll romance her so hard that she reveals her secret gold stashes, and then I will steal them and run away, leaving her heartbroken, and be the richest man in the world, because I know her father runs a bunch of mines and shit or something. So yeah, I'll be rich.
I'll be with you.
Ah, my hero.
Alright, let me switch my armor to better armor. I have a weak... Oh, I only have one of each. I'll save them. Do I actually have to...
There's only a small trickle running through here.
Oh, I actually have to
water
let her
must have risen.
fucking...
How far away is it anyway?
Soon there'll be
I
a
actually
fall,
have to
and from
slowly
there it's only
follow.
a short distance.
Fuck!
And where does the passageway end?
In the cellar, conveniently enough. It's always best to arrive inconspicuously.
So what's in the DLC for this game? I haven't done any of that. Well, I've been doing the blacksmithing, but that's about it.
Oof, startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
I'll explain.
When we were defending Barkov, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
I was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. We were scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Bergov. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry, I was a silly goose to bring it up.
It was nice of her to be understanding, actually. The Mysteria Escala new map. It's in a church. Oh fuck, dude! The last time I played in a fucking church in KDC2, I wanted to rip my fucking dick and balls out. God, the fucking mission where the goddamn church was so fucking buggy. Half the shit didn't fucking work. I was so annoyed.
Everything all right?
No.
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
I meant to say shit.
And so what? It's hardly more than knee deep.
That may be so.
Well,
Don't worry, though. I'm not some frad... I'm waiting. This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
What if I just drop her?
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
Wait, did I just throw her over my shoulder?
Ah, just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
What if I just don't drop her? I kidnap her! But then there's Brushes with Death where you fall a crazy painter, dude. Oh, shit. Okay, you know what? I'll drop her.
Oof. I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
You're welcome, Rosa.
Oh, Sakura. I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Alright, well, I can't see shit, so I'm gonna drink a Nighthawk. Do I have a dagger equipped? I do. Empty. Why is she in front? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. We're just gonna
Henry,
walk out now.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
What do you mean, get rid of them?
You killed most of von Bergov's garrison at Malashov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
My. How quickly Lady Rosa can change her mind. Those ragamuffins upstairs, and the villagers at Malashov, eh?
But this is our home. Our property. They have no right.
Folk who have nowhere to lay their heads and nothing to eat.
I'm gonna hit her with the fucking morality.
They just seize the opportunity.
You're right. But they can't stay here either. They give us
I'll
all-
get him out. I won't kill him, though.
So you want me to get rid of them?
Don't you worry. Do you see this ivy here? I bet that riffraff didn't find. If I climb up there...
What?
Oh, don't...
But they'll see you.
No, they won't. I'll be round the corner.
I am not gonna say that you think that ivy can support your weight. Holy fucking shit. Dude, this fucking game, okay? Most of the time, the first response is the right fucking answer, and then they toss in a fucking landmine like that. Yo, there is no world where that is the right fucking question.
If you say so.
All right. Now...
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
I kind of don't want to kill all of them. Oh shit, is everything looted here already? I would have to assume so. Fuck me. Oh, they stole my fucking loot. So now they die.
Who let you in here, fucker?
You're trespassing. This place belongs to the House of Ruthard.
You're wrong, friend. The Rutards are finished in this town. We own the place now.
What are you gonna
God, I wish I didn't fucking have the goddamn... Yeah, no, that'd be a mistake.
do about it, fucker?
Now you're gonna get it.
I really don't want to kill them.
Sakura. Rosa? Could you... Rosa!
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay, I actually have to take this seriously.
I'm
Shit.
all yours.
Didn't want to be killing them, but alright. They did attack me. Wait, is that not block?
Show your stuff.
That is block. I must miss the timing of that. Okay.
You wanna try me?
Over here!
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you alright, Henry? I think I hit one too.
Did she? I don't think she did.
You're a good shot.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break.
Damn it.
Be careful!
Load your crossbow.
I barricaded the.
What a mess.
Show your stuff, wanker.
Oh shit.
Go on then.
Stabby, 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 stab. I spammed left click without paying attention.
What was that? What's that sound? Fuck you, whoreson!
Hold up, ma.
You fight like an old hag.
Bastard!
Yoink. Alright, now, I gotta loot all of them before I gotta let Rosa out. Because if I let her out, she's gonna know I'm stealing from her house. Oh, it's empty. Shit. Oh dear, I don't know if I can show that on stream. I think I have to, oh dear. Well, I think that's against the rules, my dear sir. They really took everything? Yeah, if I knew that, I would have stolen from them. Seriously? These beggars. No, I haven't. Have you seen the movie? What's it called? Not the voice of the. I think it's called The Voice of the Kremlin. Or actually, any of the new ones, or like Hail Mary, or any of those ones. I've seen a bunch of the new ones. They're pretty alright. Oh, I'll take that. My problem is I don't remember the names of half the movies I watch, because I just watch too many of them. Which I guess is not a good thing.
They left no stone unturned.
Jesus. Yeah, I did. The Infinity Castle. Wait. Oh, because this is my chest. Oh. Animation was top tier. Same with the demon, what's it called? What's it called movie? The, Chainsaw Man movie. Very, very beautiful. Very sad. A lot of shit with really good animation. Hold up. I gotta block off this.
Rosa? It's me.
Henry?
I might also have to mute
In
it.
one piece.
Are they gone?
Dude, I don't agree with the
It's over.
fucking fact that my man lost.
I'll let you
He... No, fuck, okay, listen, okay? Okay? Here's the thing. If he didn't say, I remember my woman, and she wants me in heaven, he would have just fucking regened and said, let's keep fighting, bro. Also, can we fucking talk about how durable the humans are for no reason sometimes? He fucking ultimate technique. Thing that destroys entire building in one hit. Tanjiro. Wah! It hurts me so much, but I can stand. Wah! Oh, fuck off. Some of that shit. I am not. Dude, he's the... Alright, listen. I was not... When I read the manga, I wasn't a fan of it either. I am very opinionated about that exact fucking moment.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Shinobu's get... I can see how Shinobu got you.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do.
That's true. You know, Henry, if everything were to go wrong at the Italian court and...
Listen, here's the thing though,
you had
like,
to choose,
she wasn't
would you
gonna
still
win.
try
She was never gonna
rescue
win.
my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy.
She was your favorite Hashira? No, dude.
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable
Hold on.
asset to
I'll go
us.
back to playing right now, because nothing bad's happened yet.
Be useless anyway.
Not to mention, it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver.
No, I
Mother's
know,
hunting
I know,
trophies.
but like...
And my books. It's all gone.
If our plans succeed and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
Listen,
not to
also,
think
can we talk about how stupid... I know... I'm not going to complain too much about the writing, because you're not reading Demon Slayer for the writing. You're reading it for the flashy battles, let's be honest. But Muzan is the fucking worst villain ever, dude. He just shoots himself in the foot fucking over and over and over. Like, oh, hey, there are flowers right by. Let me just be busy with fucking murdering children instead of flying the flower. Hold up, let me go over Muzan. Oh, man, let me kill half of my soldiers just because fuck them. Instead of using them to maybe take out one or two of the Hashira. Oh, hey, let me just show up in the middle of the Hashira base, where they can't find me at all. And the only way they can hurt me is me assassinating this small child who's gonna die in 5 minutes anyway. I don't know if you finished it, so I'm not gonna say more. I'm gonna stop there. Hey, my name is Muzan. I gotta dress up as a woman because fan service. Ah, Billie Jean is not my lover.
About it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I won't let you go away.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
Okay, no. It wasn't about the Muzan versus everyone. Also, I don't know where. Okay, have you finished the manga? Yes or no? Come on, dude, this is a one-word sentence. This is yes or no. Alright, let's just say Listen, when Muzan took over Tanjiro's body, he still almost pieced up fucking everyone, alright? Listen, I understand he was frozen. That wasn't my point, though. He didn't have to put himself in that position about 90 fucking percent of the time. Alright? He just shoots himself in the foot for no reason. Alright? If Muzan wanted, he could have taken care of all of it on his own in the first 5 fucking minutes. But he's like, nah, let me let this organization exist for a super long time. Whoa. Like, I mean, after the first fucking guy. After the first fucking guy almost immediately eliminated you, dude. You would think, you'd be like, oh shit, yeah, fuck the fire, sun breathing. I'm gonna eliminate all the Demon Slayers all the time. But no, dude just passively jerks off in the corner for 400 years, eliminates half his own squad, shows up in the middle of the enemy base to get nuked, and then poisoned, and then fucked over repeatedly because dude couldn't spend 5 minutes not being an idiot. Michael Jackson was not a competent villain. He was an interesting villain, but he was not competent. Also, the flower was 4 feet away from his fucking ass. Also, so we will continue talking, but you don't get to see anything. This is R-rated, PG-13 plus. I don't know. I'm not having that shit on my stream. I ain't having myself I don't know how the fucking monetization even fucking works. I ain't having my shit ended before it's began. Oh my fucking god, you child. Of course it is. I like how they explicitly take off Henry's helmet for the scene. They're like, hey, you gotta see your haircut, bro. That's stupid. Oh! Oh my. Oh dearie me. Henry took a... What is a rhino pill? You mean like the shit made out of rhino horns? Dude, that was the weirdest fucking thing, okay? So I was in Spencer's the other day. Spencer's? Yeah. And at the checkout, they sell, like, the fucking, like, honey for her and him. Like, honey to help her be, like, you know, like, have a good time. And then there was, like, chocolates for hers and him. It was, like, it was really unexpected. I was like, shit, dude. I knew Spencer's had some shit in the back. Obviously, I go see it sometimes, and they have the weed shit, too. But, I never knew they had that. That was a surprise. Oh my god, I fall asleep for 6 hours? Jesus Christ, Henry. You're fucking under siege.
Here by now. I should go and have a look.
I like how that counts as stealing. Hi, Rosa.
You know about yesterday evening? And night?
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything to talk about?
Well, what's next for us?
Nothing, most likely. I'm Lord Rutard's daughter. Our name still means a lot, despite all the trouble we're in. When my pa is free and an opportunity presents itself, I'll have to get married.
Has your father already picked a groom for you?
Not yet, but I know how it goes. If I'm lucky, I'll marry a young nobleman and soon bear him a bunch of children.
AI viewers? Oh, wow.
They'll find me some old man.
God, that's
who's got
even
debt
lower
before we
quality
leave
than
the church.
before. Viewbots, now they're AI.
husband, kids. Is that what you want?
Does it seem like I have a choice? I can't just go and become somebody's squire like you. As my father's sole heiress, I have 3 options. Marriage, a nunnery, or jumping off the battlements.
Surely you're not serious.
Apparently, according to all the big streamers, that's the only way to be successful.
But at least you can see
Which, in a way, I kind of understand what they mean, because if you don't have enough viewers, you're at the bottom of the page, so then no one sees you. And it's like an infinite loop of being on the bottom. But at the same time, that's called being a little bitch.
What I want. Our plan may very well fail, and no one might survive. Why throw something nice away prematurely? You know, carpe diem et memento mori.
Seize the day until you die.
That's how you feel.
Is that what's... Memento mori is... whatever. My Latin is piss. I hate this fireplace. How does it even put on my helmet? Oh my. Is there stuff in there? Wait, no, shit. Ah, shit, now I had the hiccups. This is very unpleasant. Oh, come on! It is indeed 3 a.m. And I think I need water in a second. I have the fudging worst hiccups.
Good morning and good luck.
And death to Sigismund.
Who the fuck are these two? Also, shit, I really need that water in a second.
How was the journey?
God, these are
Did you run into
horrible.
any trouble?
Hold up.
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant. Shut up.
I played a little bit of it, and then it was really buggy, and so I never continued.
Really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too, just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Yeah, I never got past the first act, which apparently is the worst one, which is probably what I never really enjoyed it. Like, the code wouldn't open a console and it bothered me, and it's just all the other little bugs.
Some local beggars set up a
Fuck.
lair in here. We had to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Nice shot. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mint Master's key.
Greetings to you.
Fuck you. Where are my gauntlets? Yep.
So we can sleep peacefully. It is therefore decided to let
Keep your nose to yourself.
Those aren't Vavak's men. I smell trouble.
Bugger off. Hey, what the hell are you looking for?
Master Vavak is busy.
What are you on about? I can clearly see you two aren't Vavak's men.
How could you possibly know, eh?
Vavak's guards wear his crest. A golden five-petaled rose on a blue field. Come clean. Whose back are you watching? Some thieves?
No thieves. Christian of Pisek is visiting.
The steward of the Royal Mint.
Christian of Pisek?
Hey,
Why not let him go? He's a...
please.
That was easy.
Not a soul around. Very odd.
Oh,
Henry?
didn't want to
How
find
the hell
him yet.
did you get in here?
I'm the one asking questions here. Where is Vavak?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Surely he can't have just vanished.
I know for a fact you won't find him in town.
Shit. How long has he been gone?
A few days now. He took the money from his secret mint and disappeared at night.
Did Vavak take the Mint Master's key with him?
Well, if he had any sense left, he'd leave it here.
Why is that?
No one will be looking for the coin from the secret enterprise. But if it turned out Vavak had disappeared with the treasury key, the whole court would be after him.
That's smart.
Unfortunately...
What's to be done? Damn it. The question is...
Excuse me. I'd...
Only this time the risk is even bigger.
Risk, you say? Nothing venture. Talk to me then. It can't...
All right. But your life depends on nobody finding out about this.
Ah, don't worry. My life was at stake last time.
I hope so. Me and a few others want to...
What? My word!
Calm down. I know how it sounds, but we just need a little help getting inside.
I hardly think the dirt we have on him would be enough to make Vavak do something as crazy as that. Well, but this is a bloody danger.
Think about it. Vavak's gone, and if we succeed, Sigismund won't have any coin to pay his army. He'll go back to Hungary without appointing a new mint master.
What?
That...
Dude, you're gonna work a day shift after being awake all night? Are you fucking stupid? Are you asking to just hate yourself?
will be your chance.
I can't deny it. You know how to sweet-talk a fellow. All right? Let's say I'll help you. If it all goes wrong and the slightest shadow of suspicion falls on me, I'll spill the beans about the secret mint. And I'll blame it all on you. You know a lot, and you'll happily confess in the torture chamber.
Well, all right then.
I'm glad we understand each
You
other.
need a new fucking
So,
workplace, brother.
What exactly is your plan?
No, it's not
We'll
your
get
choice
into the church
right
council
now,
meeting
but like
as
shit,
the
good
legate's
luck.
retinue.
The
I hope you
legates?
find a much better
What do you
working
mean?
fucking church council.
We'll make it
Oh,
nice and clear to
shit.
the Cardinal that he'd be wise to cooperate with. And while he's gabbing on in the meeting,
For Christ's sake!
most people here have never even heard Italian anyway.
Except Giuseppe, our captain of the guard. He's as Italian as Terzarima. And for weeks,
Oh,
he's
shit.
been going on about nothing else but having the opportunity to talk
Giuseppe
to
the
us.
Italian
You know,
guard? Fuck
It'd be wise
off.
to have someone at the meeting who can make sure the legate doesn't do anything stupid. We'll be keeping an eye on him, of course, and that will be your...
Well, if you manage to take you with him to... And lastly, make it through the entire count...
Yeah, very droll.
I can turn a blind eye to someone sneaking around the courtyard, or reassure anyone at the council who... And what will your lot?
That's all you need to know.
Very well then.
Now I just need to find...
No, the only thing I found for Vark left... And Henry, don't forget, I'll help you. But
Count on me.
save the thanks.
I feel like my fucking DPI is so high right now. I want to rob everything here, but this guy's watching. Why does this fucking loser have to be here? Dude, I would not blame you for not going. Only halfway to forever. Any more than that's not good for your health. Imagine there's someone in the fucking bed right there. Ooh. I'll take those. Why not?
Bacon, lard, 5 dozen eggs. That's not it.
I mean, isn't it partially our fault that he's this corrupt because we kept fucking, like, giving him opportunities to be hella corrupt? And also, he kind of just inherits a lot of systems that already exist. It's not like he started them, although he is perpetuating them. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know if I should live up pressure. Where the fuck is all the loot? All the loot's in the fucking room he's in. Shit. If I rob from this house in front of Christian, will he do anything? Actually, I don't think he would, but... I guess if he does, I could just kill him. Oh, I'm not looking for the keys right now. I'm looking for valuables.
Wine, bacon, lard, 5 dozen eggs. That's not it.
Ugh. Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak, wherever you are.
Keep close to us. It's not safe here.
You know, I just realized Ragman's dressed pretty fucking nice, actually. And not that dissimilar to what... I don't have my good outfit on, but... No, this is my good outfit. Oh, that blue shirt's kind of nice. I shouldn't kill him for that. That would be mean.
Excuse me. Be careful. It's not safe here.
Triple backflip. Wait, actually, I wonder. What if I... Oh, fuck, there's fucking invisible barriers. Fuck off. Invisible barriers are for bitches.
Greetings, Henry. Did you have a good sleep?
Very
Yes.
good. Thanks for asking. I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quel puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
What about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
Vavat got out of the town. But in his house, I met Christian Pisek, the steward of the Italian court. He promised to help us if we get in a tight spot.
Can we trust him?
I think so. He owes me. But he's afraid they'd know if he was involved.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
I guess the second thing is interesting.
The commander of the Italian court is a native Italian. If we're going to be convincing, we'll have to be damn cautious and hope the legate doesn't say anything he shouldn't. Let's pray Godwin can keep it up.
I'm not one to boast, you know, but few people can match my gift for languages.
You boast all the fucking time, brother.
Sono un buon gustaio. Le donne qui sono bellissime. E il vino è delizioso.
Forget it. That face
I have no
is
clue what the
known
fuck
all
that guy
over
just
town.
said.
You'll stand at the back and try to be invisible.
But Godwin could surely benefit from some Italian lessons.
I would rather teach a horse the basse danse.
When he heard what we were up to, he said we were mad. According to him, we'll either get killed on the spot.
Got
or
any
end up on the
videos you want to
gallows.
recommend?
Maybe we should
While we're
reconsider.
while we're live.
This fella's got no imagination. If we could snatch von Bergau's fucking cannon, this'll be a piece of cake.
That's all he told me.
Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi?
He's like,
Why should
bitch,
I?"
what?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
That
What
fuckhead.
exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you'd better have a weapon.
I've run down there all the time. There's
Surely you
literally
didn't
fucking nothing.
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up.
Where are the others, anyway?
They heard there was work to be done, so they left à l'anglaise.
Did you do work of three, eh?
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels,
With Ruthar's daughter?
I meant with somebody like Sam.
Oui, oui.
Why not? Maybe the coal.
Dude, this fucking Frenchie's so fucking
What will you
useless.
lot do in the...
We'll be doing the
Like
planning.
every other
I'll
French.
just sit tight till we give them back.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. I'll have no
That's
way of
true.
talking to the gents from Rome.
If we give him the booze, we're not getting fucking anywhere. But let's take a little break. I just realized I was on the fucking wrong one, so if it was lagging, sorry. I guess. I suppose. Vienna, the Ottomans. Oh, okay. This is a much
Smoke
later
barely
battle than we
cleared
normally
over the
see. This
shattered
is the
walls
fucking
of
almost-
Vienna
this is the,
in September 1683.
almost the 17th century.
The seemingly
This is the 17th
invincible
century,
Ottoman
actually. I mean,
war
no, I don't know
machine
why I said almost.
is in full retreat. They are fleeing the combined efforts of the Great Holy League and the battering ram of the Winged Hussars, following a seismic battle after a devastating 2-month-long siege of the city. But though the Ottoman army is broken, it is far from destroyed. Seething with humiliation and terrified of the Sultan's wrath, Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa retreats deep into Hungary, where he rallies his fractured army, transforming a routed host into a force starved for vengeance. Polish King Jan III Sobieski and the Holy League, intoxicated by their monumental triumph, make a fateful decision. Rather than hold their defensive line, They will hunt the Ottomans down and shatter their grip on
That sounds
Eastern
like a
Europe
really good way
forever.
to just fuck up the advantage you
Sobieski,
just
flush
gained.
with the glory of his
Remain
winged
defensive,
hussars,
build up your
advances
armies
rapidly
even more
ahead
would have
of
been
the
the right
slower
move here, I think,
Imperial
but,
infantry.
Well,
But
they tried what
overconfidence
they wanted,
is
I
a
guess.
deadly poison.
Yeah, as
Marching
they said,
eagerly
overconfidence
toward
is
the
a deadly
fortress
poison.
of Parkani, the Polish vanguard believes they are chasing a terrified, fleeing enemy. They are wrong. Hidden within the sweeping Hungarian plains, the Ottomans prepare a massive, unseen trap. The stakes cannot be higher. If Sobieski's isolated cavalry gets ambushed and annihilated, the miracle of Vienna will be instantly undone, and the gateway to Europe will be ripped wide open once again. The hunter is about to become the hunted.
Yeah, listen, dude. There's
Whether
a reason
you're
the
binging
Ottomans fucking
historical
dominated.
documentaries
Fuck off with this ad. Shit, that's a long ad.
Withdraws from the battlefield. Although the Polish king enters the Grand Vizier's quarters just moments later...
Wait, enters the Grand
too
Vizier's
late.
quarters to do what? Wait, hold up. What did I just miss?
It is late evening by the time that Kara Mustafa finally admits defeat and withdraws from the battlefield. Although the Polish king enters the Grand Vizier's quarters just moments later, it is too late, and his men are too exhausted to complete a chase long into
Okay,
the
they
night.
made it sound like... I thought something else
The
happened.
Poles and their German allies, under the command of Duke Charles of Lorraine, have been marching and fighting against the furious enemy defenses since early morning. The battle itself coming in a wake of epic journeys from hundreds of miles afield. After a night of mopping up operations, rest and securing the city and its environs, Sobieski tours the Ottoman lines early the following morning before making his way into Vienna proper. Sobieski enters the battered city, greeted by the rapturous cheers of thousands of starving refugees and the exhausted garrison commander, Ernst Rudiger von Starhemberg. The sheer scale of the otherworldly defense by the Viennese garrison is evident in the rubble-strewn streets. But the euphoria of this great deliverance is short-lived. The blood is barely dry before the Holy League begins to fracture. Duke Charles of Lorraine, commander of the Habsburg Field Army, urges an immediate pursuit to destroy the fleeing enemy. Sobieski retorts that his victorious winged hussars marched further and harder than Charles's men and need rest. It was the Poles, after all, who broke the back of the enemy.
Is this really
he
everyone
reminds
just
his
saying, no,
allies.
you? No, you. I don't want to do
Further
this.
cracks
No,
in the
you gotta
alliance
do
show
this.
as Emperor
We're
Leopold
fucking
arrives.
children. Holy shit.
Royal protocol demands that Leopold should have entered the city before Sobieski, but the Polish king is unapologetic.
Oh my god, and
To
these
attempt
guys
to
now are
soothe
just
the
being
friction,
assholes
the two men
to
meet
each
in the
other.
Polish army camp at Schwechat, southeast of Vienna.
Jan
The
seems to
meeting
be
is
kind of a fucking
notoriously
asshole, dude.
tense.
Honestly, seems to be causing
To
a lot of
avoid
these
establishing a hierarchy of who should dismount first, Leopold and Sobieski meet outside
Like, honestly,
on horseback.
Sobieski, can you just, like, chill for 2 seconds?
The Emperor is awkward and uncomfortable for having to meet the person who saved his city, after he fled it earlier. Believing he outranked Sobieski, Leopold is stiff,
Leopold, you gotta be
arrogant,
nice,
and
though.
formally cold. He merely raises his hat
Aw,
to greet Sobieski
Leopold!
and offers a brief, painfully inadequate expression of gratitude.
At least fucking, like, say, hey,
Sobieski
thank you
proudly
so much
presents
for
his
saving my
son
fucking
Jakob
city.
and his victorious commanders. Deeply insulted by the Emperor's haughty demeanor,
He
Sobieski
brought
would
his
later
fucking
complain to his
son?
wife that they were treated like unwelcome strangers rather than saviors.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, no, I would be
Making
pissed.
matters worse,
Leopold,
John George
fuck
of
that.
Saxony leaves the meeting and takes his troops
what the
home
fuck?
in protest. Rumor is that he is unhappy about the lack of
Is that a
recognition
mustache? Or is that... No, that is a mustache, okay.
for
Thought
his
he was, like,
valiant
making a face.
contribution to the battle, and the meager spoils he received after Sobieski and Charles plundered the most.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Prince
be exactly
George
happy
Friedrich
either
of
here.
Waldeck also gives notice that he will go no further. In his view, the Ottoman threat has been checked, and it is time to refocus the Empire's attention on the perfidious Louis XIV of France.
Jesus, France
whose
got
army
that
is
much fucking
ransacking
land?
the
These
Rhineland,
fucking losers?
taking advantage of the Ottoman invasion. As if this were not enough, the glory-hungry Maximilian of Bavaria pushes to make a solo assault to liberate Neuhausen from the Ottomans with his own
That
army.
seems like a mistake. Max,
Charles
don't do
is
that.
dismayed and tells the Emperor he will resign his post if this is allowed, but Leopold manages to calm him down. Morale plummets further when Starhemberg is made Field Marshal for his stalwart defense of the city through months of terror, bombardment, and famine. But this angers Julius Francis, Duke of Saxe-Lauenburg. He believes this promotion of a lowly count belittles his own place in the pecking order. Other nobles voice their opposition as well, but Lauenburg goes so far as to storm out of the meeting and marches home with his men.
Are you... Wait,
And
hold.
so, while
Let me
time
make
is
sure I
wasted on
understand the
petty
names right.
argument, Lauenburg in the Pepperg. But this angers Julius Francis, Duke of Saxe.
So basically, Julius is a big fucking dickhead who doesn't want to acknowledge the fucking guy who spent months through a horrific siege. He
He believes this promotion of a lowly count belittles his own place.
Dude has
in
the name
pecking
Francis
order.
in his fucking name,
Other
obviously
nobles
French.
voice their opposition
Fucking
as well,
losers.
but Lauenburg goes so far as to storm out of the meeting and marches home with his
What
men.
fucking dickhead, dude.
And so,
Like, for a second there, I thought the guy who stormed out was the fucking guy who spent months defending it. And I'm like, yeah, fucking of course I would storm out. But I'm like, wait, did I misunderstood the name for that? Ah, fucking hell. Dude, half of this shit is these fucking leaders all just being petty fucking assholes. What the shit?
while time is wasted
I am
on
8 minutes into this video, and I've just seen 8 minutes of petty assholery.
petty arguments.
Also, holy shit, Ernest has a huge fucking nose. Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's just a portrait, but dude, this nose is fucking 90% of his face. Like, look at this shit. Like, fuck, you think this guy has a fucking big chin? Like, look at his fucking nose. Look at that schnoz. Dude fucking smells colors. Like, holy shit.
royal protocol of who should be honored first, the Ottomans slip away.
And of course,
Thus, when the Imperial Army finally follows the Polish in departing the city on the 17th of September, the morale boost from the great victory at Vienna is much dissipated. In their reduced numbers, there are now perhaps 8,000 to 10,000 Poles, followed by between 16,000 to 17,000 German Imperial troops. As they advance, they encounter a land utterly devastated by pillage. Sobieski writes to his wife to tell her the land resembles an Arabian desert. Deep in the Hungarian countryside, the Ottoman retreat was initially panicked and slipshod, but Kara Mustafa acts with the ruthlessness of a cornered beast. Though severely wounded after losing his right eye during the fighting, he violently reasserts control. To halt the panic in his ranks, he turns his wrath inward. He executes Ibrahim Pasha, the governor of Buda, who is also the Sultan's own brother-in-law. He was the foremost critic of the strategy to attack Vienna. Preventing him from recounting his version of the events to the Sultan was of utmost importance for the Grand Vizier.
God,
Next,
petty
Mustafa
assholes.
reforges an elite rear guard of 18,000 men and places them under the command of Kara Mehmed Pasha at Parkani. The Grand Vizier then turns his focus on self-preservation, political survival, and stabilizing the crumbling Ottoman front in Hungary. He leads the bulk of the surviving field army towards the stronghold of Buda to regroup. Meanwhile, Sobieski and Charles decide to bypass Neuhausen, Maximilian of Bavaria's preferred target. Neuhausen is of immense strategic and administrative significance to the Ottoman Empire. It is heavily fortified and serves as the regional capital, a vital anchor for Ottoman authority
I would
and
have thought like
operations
one of these
in
fucking like
Upper
river
Hungary.
cities would have been more important. Like,
But Soviet
I fucking
and
find
Charles
shit,
set
I
their
guess.
sights on Parkani. Located on the north bank of the Danube,
Yeah, this is like what I would have
Parkani
thought.
serves as the vital bulwark for the pontoon bridge crossing over to the stronghold of Esztergom on the southern bank. Bridge of the Danube descends in Upper Hungary, Ottoman Empire. Mosul is of immense strategic and administrative significance to
Yeah,
the
no,
Ottoman
it was never going to
Empire.
be Nahas. Okay, yeah, I'm
Located
looking
on
at this.
bank.
I was.
Taking this position would sever Ottoman supply lines between Buda and Neuhausel and choke
That
the
seems
remaining
like not
Ottoman
exactly an
garrisons
easy
in
fight.
Upper.
So they have an escape to the city on the other side of a river. It looks like so you'll have to fight through a siege on at both
Hungary.
river sides.
Sobieski and Charles realize that
I'm
if they
confused. How
don't
are they gonna
take
do that?
Parkani, the Ottoman warms.
Or is that not a
Parkani is the
bridge
proverbial head of the
between the
serpent.
two? I'd assume there is. But
The
maybe.
cold autumn rain of October
outside
1683
the
turns
city,
the
the
sweeping
bridge.
plains
Oh,
into a
shit. So,
treacherous
okay.
mire. The Polish force rides ahead of the rest of the Allied
You know
column.
what? Let's just see how this goes.
Believing that he is chasing a broken,
Obviously, they have some
terrified
people
mob
on the
of
top of the
fleeing
hill in the
Ottomans,
bush here.
Sobieski doesn't wait for the German infantry to
And
catch
up over
up.
here.
Instead, he takes about half his men,
maybe over
about
here.
5,000 cavalry, and rides towards the Parkani crossing. But Mehmed is a cunning and brutal
Yeah,
commander,
but men ain't gonna let this shit
and he
go
has no
easy,
intention
bro.
of fleeing. Instead, he meticulously hides his cavalry force within the undulating terrain and thick woods surrounding Parkani, watching the Polish vanguard stretch itself thin. As Sobieski's vanguard carelessly approaches Parkani, the trap is sprung. A tidal wave of thousands of seasoned Ottoman Sipahi cavalry pour from concealed positions, screaming war cries that shake the confidence of the Polish ranks. Ottoman reinforcements rush across the bridge from Esztergom to aid their comrades. It quickly becomes clear that Mehmed anticipated the arrival of the Holy League and is well prepared. The Polish dragoons, caught out of position, are slaughtered before they can form a cohesive firing line. The vaunted winged hussars, the heroes of Vienna, are swarmed in the chaotic melee. Denied the space for their devastating charge, they are dragged from their saddles and cut down in the mud. Sobieski roars commands over the din of battle and begins to disengage.
Yeah, so
But suddenly, the king himself is utterly exposed. Two Ottoman cavalrymen
Wait, what?
burst through the collapsing line, their
No
blades
way.
aimed at the monarch.
Is he about to die?
The savior of Europe is inches away from having his head paraded on a Turkish pike. Then, an unknown Polish writer throws himself between the king and his
An
attackers,
unknown?
taking the fatal blows.
Oh, fuck
buying
off! The
Sobieski
guy takes
a
2
fraction
fatal
of a
blows
second.
for the fucking king and
Sobieski
is not
vigorously spurs
remembered?
his horse and
Oh,
joins
fuck
the
off,
frantic retreat.
dude.
As they ride west for over half a mile, the Poles steady themselves, but cannot reform their
Yeah, no
lines
shit, they
while
can't
the
reform
Ottomans
their
are
fucking
breathing
lines.
down their neck.
They're getting their ass fucking
Salvation
rode.
arrives just as all seems lost. Over the western ridge,
Thank
the
God they got a
rhythmic
whole
march
fucking
of
army
Duke
coming
Charles of
over to save
Lorraine's
their ass,
Imperial
Jesus.
infantry and heavy dragoons appears. The Imperial forces have already formed a partial firing line, having heard the commotion in front of them. A coordinated volley of musket fire tears into the Ottoman cavalry, halting their advance and forcing them back toward Parkani. Sobieski, covered in the blood of his own men, sits exhausted among the German troops, having lost 1,000 men in minutes. As they make camp, the trauma of October 7th forges an iron resolve. Sobieski vows to wash away the humiliation in Ottoman blood. He and Charles agree. No more rushing, no more divided forces. Tomorrow, the Holy League will march as one. Across the battlefield, Kara Mehmed Pasha is equally intoxicated by his success. Having routed the victors of Vienna, he believes Allah has delivered the infidels into his hands. Instead of pulling back across the river, he ferries more men onto the north bank, swelling his force to 18,000. He decides to fight a pitched battle with his back to the deep waters of the Danube. The Ottoman left wing is anchored to Parkani and its defences, while the right is protected amidst trees on an easily defendable rise.
Okay, that's
Imre Tokali with his Magyars, as well as the Tatars, are positioned in the back. The Holy League, meanwhile, deploys around 26,000 troops in 3 lines. 4,500 Imperial horsemen
like
under
fucking...
Lieutenant Field Marshal Johann Heinrich von Dunewald are mixed with a strong detachment of Poles on the left under Stanislav Jablanovsky. A similar number of Poles under Sobieski are placed alongside another 4,500 Imperial riders on the right, commanded by the Margrave of Baden-Baden, Ludwig Wilhelm.
Well, my grammar's not good.
Starhemberg commands the central infantry lines, 7,500 men. The German infantry hastily dig trenches, plant chevaux de frise anti-personnel defences. Perhaps most potently, they roll deadly artillery pieces towards their placements, but these won't be in position until sometime the next day. Charles of Lorraine holds an overall command role. The Imperials and Poles are confident that with the reorganization and full emplacement of their forces, they will continue the task begun at Vienna. But on the morning of October 9th, the earth trembles. The men of the Holy League are surprised when the Ottomans decline to play the part of passive defenders. Instead, Kara Mehmed Pasha launches a furious preemptive strike against the Imperial left wing, hoping to shatter the German lines before they can deploy their artillery. As the Ottoman cavalry charges, fully 2,000 of their number make directly for Jablanovsky's position on the Holy League's left. The sight of the onrushing cavalry is daunting to the Poles, but the men on the lines are not untried novices. By now, some of the guns are in place, and when the Toprakli riders come into range, the cannon and musket fire rakes their line. Scores fall before they make contact with the enemy. The barricade defenses hold the cavalry in place, and a vicious exchange of lance, pike, pistol, and bayonet begins. The initial charge is halted, but it is clear that there are more on the way, and Jablanovsky calls for reinforcement. More Ottoman horsemen crash into the enemy left. The Imperials are under pressure, but their line of pikes and muskets holds. Reinforcements arrive in the form of Austrian dragoons and cuirassiers, who back up the Poles, and the Ottomans are repulsed from the sector. Artillery tears bloody, gaping lanes through their ranks, throwing men and horses into the air. But Mehmed's cavalry is not finished yet. Hoping for a breakthrough, the attack is renewed, now joined by the central units. They charge Jablanovsky's position, hoping that a determined push will punch through the Holy League's line and cause the host to fold. Instead, the opposite occurs. When the Ottoman center moves to the right, it leaves its own left flank open to the Holy League's center. Lorraine is quick to pounce upon the mistake. While the Polish and Austrian cavalry on the left launch another counterattack, units from across the League's center and right prepare to move. Jablanovsky's counterattack halts the enemy. The Ottoman attack falters. Seeing the enemy lose momentum, Charles of Lorraine orders a general advance. The Holy League's left wing pushes forward, but cannot break the stubborn Ottomans. However, the Allied center and right are closing in. Now it is Sobieski's turn. The king unleashes his heavy cavalry. The Hussars, burning with the shame of defeat suffered 2 days earlier, strike the Ottoman left flank. The impact is apocalyptic. The Ottoman lines instantly buckle and snap under the unbridled fury of the Polish charge. Many try to escape towards the closer Huron River, but will eventually be caught at the bank, with the majority unable to swim. The Magyars and the Tatars simply melt away without fighting. The League's fire on the runaways is merciless, and the first of the great massacres occurs on the Huron. At the same time, the Janissaries amidst the Parkani Gardens try to hold their line, but the combination of their own fleeing mounted companies, along with the now surging Imperials and Poles, renders this an impossible task. They are overrun, and from this point, the only battle is that of survival. Hundreds attempt to run back across the pontoon bridge, but Lorraine and Sobieski's artillery is brought forward and trained on it as the sole target. The exploding missiles and musket balls exacerbate the confusion. The bridge inevitably gives way to collapse, and scores drown in the aftermath. Yet more die trying to hold the saddle pommels of their horses. The bloodshed grows even worse as the Imperials and Poles reach the Danube banks and open fire on the hapless stragglers and struggling swimmers. Desperate Ottomans use the now abundant corpses in the churning water as floats, moving from one to the other to get across to the far bank. The Poles give no mercy to those escapees caught in the aftermath, but the Austrians do take prisoners. A story circulates later that some German allies actually saved 500 or 600 Ottomans from death at the hands of the Poles. Nevertheless, the losses to the already tottering Sultan's army are catastrophic. 9,000 killed or captured. Imperial and Polish casualties number around 1,000. In the brutal, silent aftermath of Parkani, the true cost of Kara Mustafa Pasha's catastrophic gamble is laid bare upon the muddy shores of the Danube. Vienna stands, and the rearguard at Parkani failed to repel the Holy League. Kara Mustafa's fate is sealed, as is that of the Ottoman Empire in Hungary. For this is not merely a tactical defeat. It is the violent amputation of Ottoman power in Eastern Europe. The stronghold of Esztergom, held by the Sultans for 130 unbroken years, surrenders just weeks later. The psychological shock shatters the myth of Ottoman invincibility forever. Their isolated garrisons left trapped in the north realize with creeping dread that no rescue is coming. Only an outbreak of dysentery amongst the Allied troops stops Sobieski from riding deeper into Ottoman territory. Meanwhile, Charles of Lorraine is already drawing up plans for the siege and capture of Buda. The miracle of Vienna saved Europe, but a decisive victory at Parkani doomed the Ottoman Empire to a bloody, irreversible collapse. If you want a fantastic VPN, check out the link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen to get an exclusive and massive 83% discount and 4 extra months completely free. I appreciate you being here for the video. Please give that subscribe button a gentle medieval slap and tickle the like button to appease the almighty algorithm. It will help out the channel greatly. Cheers.
Across 1,000,000 battlefields, ancient enemies rise and legends return from myth. Imperial commanders are forced to adapt or be swept aside. The unending struggle continues in Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus. And in this Warhammer Skulls season, we see another major update, with a huge run of events and content drops inspired by Dawn of War, bringing new game modes, new champions, and even the first ever Loyalist Primarch to the game. I play Tacticus pretty much daily to soothe that Warhammer 40,000 itch. It's very engaging to have something always progressing in the background. The guild I joined has been a nice relaxing bunch to fight alongside in the ongoing guild wars and raids, and your teammates can provide tips, support, advice for newcomers, most of all to help you progress in the game. Starting May 24th, players can jump into The Last Stand, a survival mode where you command Cyrus of the...
Sorry, I went bathroom real quick. Sorry about that. I went bathroom and then the next video started. My bad. You got another video to recommend, maybe? If not, I think I might head out. It's almost 4 a.m. Perfect. Last one, and I think I'm heading to bed. It's getting late.
In the aftermath of the Battle of
Let's see Baldwin do his bald things.
The Kingdom of Jerusalem celebrates a most unlikely and miraculous victory in...
I'm gonna be honest, I got distracted by something, and I don't remember the end. And then went bathroom. I could probably rewatch the last 5 minutes. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm only partially sorry. Only partially. But... Oh, I felt bad making you rewatch all of it, and I'm like, shit. Am I though? Am I though? Am I really a shithead? Or am I a shitesy bastard? I guess they're the same thing. I'll watch the next 5 minutes on my... Well, the last 5 minutes on my own. That's why you didn't hear a lot of commentary. I was busy. I was busy being distracted and stupid.
Almost a century.
Let's see. Let's go.
The smoke barely cleared over. King Baldwin arrives in Ascalon in late November 1177 as a conquering hero, and he is acclaimed for his bravery, endurance,
Why does that
faith.
name seem familiar?
Tales of his few hundred heroic knights are told across the land. Their opponent, Saladin, wends his way back across the Sinai.
Torrential
rains
I know
scatter
is
his
familiar.
remaining
Have we seen
forces.
this fight?
He endures Bedouin attacks and revenge ambushes of Franks, whose lands he raided
Did
just
these guys
weeks earlier.
explicitly fight in that video too? Because Saladin is such a familiar name. I swear. Yeah? Okay. Okay. I knew I wasn't fucking crazy.
But once
Well, I am a
in
little bit
Egypt,
crazy
Saladin consolidates his position against the remnants of the Shia Fatimid dynasty, who were eager to overthrow him after the setback at Montgazard. The tenacious Sultan then turns his gaze towards Jerusalem again.
Is there not an ad in this one? Wait, hold up. I was trying to figure out when the ad would be so I could be ready for it, but... Okay, wow, okay.
Both Saladin and Baldwin know that Montgazard was not the end.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna fight again. This ain't the first, this ain't the last.
The situation in the Kingdom of Jerusalem is complicated by a variety of factors, both as pressing as the other.
Religion?
Firstly, there is the matter of Baldwin's advancing illness.
Oh.
His days are tragically numbered. The succession of the kingship must be determined, though there is hope at this time also. The king's sister, Sibylla, gives birth to a boy she names Baldwin, but it will be some years before the infant is of age, and Jerusalem will need a monarch, or at least a
Baldwin
regent, sooner rather than later. There is no shortage of contenders. Alongside Reynold of Chatillon, the brothers Ibelin, and the recently arrived Guy of Lusignan, there is also Raymond III of Tripoli and Bohemond III of Antioch, all five jockeying, plotting and vying for power in one way or another, as King Baldwin's condition sees daily deterioration. There is also the question of the kingdom's strategic situation. Until the end of the reign of Baldwin's father, King Amalric, just 3 years ago, Jerusalem was still very much on the offensive. There would always be a great disparity in resources between Egypt and the Latin states, but civil conflict and general bad governance in Cairo allowed the King of Jerusalem to launch repeated raids and invasions to the south.
Oh shit.
Latin chroniclers still like to recall that Amalric came close to conquering Egypt on a number of occasions.
Amalric surprisingly
Those with a knowledge of
competent.
history
Damn, dude.
will recall that the ancient Romans managed to hold the Levant for near 7 centuries, almost certainly because their rule always included the territory from the Mediterranean to the Euphrates. But the rise of Saladin has consolidated Egypt, and his competence has only grown through the 1170s as he acquired lands in southern Syria, effectively beginning the process of surrounding the Crusader states. It is his control of Damascus particularly that gives him a vital foothold in the region, and the Latins are unable to seal the crossing from Sinai or dominate the Red Sea to bottle up the Sultan in one region or the other. The failure of the Second Crusade and its massive army of 50,000 men to take Damascus in a siege that devolved into a fiasco 30 years ago marked the turning point. Since then, the rulers of cities like Mosul and Aleppo, Zengi and then Nur ad-Din, have gradually increased and amalgamated their holdings, and from Nur ad-Din's death in 1174 onward, Saladin looks to be completing their work. Much of the fighting of this period devolves into back-and-forth violent raids across what is a very porous frontier, both north and south. Each side will vie to capture and loot as much as possible to wear down the enemy, just as the Christian and Islamic forces are doing in Spain.
The land that you want to own, so
but while the kingdoms of Castile, Aragon and Portugal command large swathes of territory, generous coastlines and formidable allies at their back, in the shape of the French, Germans, English and Italians, the Crusader states have only a largely poor strip of agricultural earth, and their backs are to the sea.
Honestly, dude, just Crusaders just...
Nevertheless, the young king's victory has given them hope that the days of strength will return, and around the kingdom there are signs of assertive offensive. At Jacob's Ford near the vital River Jordan, the Templars begin building a new fortress to impede the movement of armies between Egypt and the Syrian interior. But Saladin still manages to make the crossing with a strong host in March 1178.
Saladin just said, yeah, not my problem. Yeah, your plans? Nope.
While he takes the opportunity to send out looting and ravaging parties once more, he also makes an offer of 60,000 dinars to Baldwin to halt the construction of the new bastion.
That's a good amount of money.
Not only will it impede his movement, but operatives within the castle will be able to raid and extort Saladin's land and the traders in the nearby Banayas plain. Baldwin is personally against the placement of the fortress, for he has pledged to Saladin in a previous agreement not to build there. But the Templars are largely independent of his commandments.
Oh, Baldwin is trying to
Saladin
honor an
ups
agreement?
the offer to 100,000 dinars.
Now I kind of feel bad for Saladin.
But still, it makes
He's trying to
difference.
pay to keep an agreement he
continues
already had.
to Homs to reassert his authority over
but also
his
at the same
northern
time,
possessions.
I mean, Saladin is the enemy.
Baldwin moves to the Jacob's Ford site, which is now called Le Chastelet, so as to guard it from attack. In spite of the earlier reports regarding his reservations at building the fortress, now that he has made it clear he will defy Saladin and back the Templars, Baldwin supports the cause without reservation. Work accelerates with the royal presence and patronage, and materials flow in by
alright, you know
cart
what,
from
I
around
can't
the
stop
kingdom,
it, so might as well go
while
all
work
in.
and foraging teams are sent out into the countryside to purloin all the craftsman's needs. Raids are also conducted into the realm of Egypt from multiple directions, the better to keep the enemy off balance.
Nope, that
and
makes sense.
always
If
on the
Saladin's up
defensive.
north, you gotta hit him in the south.
Chastelet will be the largest Frankish fortress in the Levant, exceeding even Crac de Chevalier in its breadth and dimensions.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I can't continue. I'm about to pass out. I will be streaming again tonight, though. That I promise. I know you're gonna go to work in a second. I'm sorry, bro. I should have started earlier, but I decided to eat midnight ramen and hot dogs. Yeah, I'm sad too, bro. I feel like passing out. Also, we should play Total War sometimes. I didn't complete it, but fuck completing it. We'll just do a campaign together. Fuck that shit, dude. I'm just, maybe not even on stream. We might just fucking do that shit, alright? Like, off stream, if you're fine with that. Like, I don't know if I want to stream that. I just want to maybe just fucking enjoy the game. I don't know. I feel like streaming is more work than I want to fucking do sometimes, and it just feels like it kills the vibe, and I don't know, maybe just playing with you would be nice. Instead of fucking, like, I don't know. But yeah, we'll talk about the movie tomorrow. I'm about to pass the fuck out right now, dude. I just figured I'd bring it up before I forgot. While we're both here, actually, at the same time. So thank you for joining me, Niksu. I do really appreciate the fact that you continue to show up during my shitty stream times and still seem to partially enjoy my content. I say seem to partially enjoy, but you're a little shitesy bastard, but so am I. I'll catch you on the... Oh, dude, I'm fucking about to pass it. I'm gonna catch you on the flip, alright? Love the streams, so no reason to... Oh, that's quite nice of you. You say that, but I'm the, you know, clearly you're the only one who loves it, so... I don't know. But yeah, I'll catch you later, alright, Niksu? Alrighty, mate. Ooh.